What's going on? Just gonna give you guys a little review. I was gonna try to do this in the fall, but who knows? I'm in the mood to make a video. So I'm gonna show you the different types of two-cycle oil that I use, that I recommend. Um, you know, do they make a difference? Yeah, they do. I mean, I don't want to tell you that they don't, but I mean, if you got to get by for a gallon or two or 5 gallons here and there with like a cheaper brand, it's not really going to be a problem. But if you consistently use, um, you know, you spend a lot of money on some of this equipment. You want to keep it, in top shape as you can. As in top shape as you can. You don't want to put different two-cycle engine oil in. You don't want to really hop around too much. Um, they all have special additives in them, and they all say this and that. Formulated with the best snake oil performance lubrication stabilizer in the world. But they're all pretty much the same. I'd stay away from a couple brands. I'm gonna go over that, but um, these are like the brands I kind of use now. I got this Redmax here. This was like $5. Um, my dealer, I don't know if he was trying to get rid of them. I should have bought freaking 10 of them. I love this Redmax two-stroke engine oil. Um, I use it in my Redmax, but I don't really use my Redmax too much right now. Like I said, this is really too much blower for the stuff that I do right about now. Just clearing grass, debris, and stuff. It's a heavy backpack. I mean, it's not real heavy, but it's heavier than my 150 BT. And sometimes I just get by with the handheld, the Stihl 56. But yeah, I try to use the Red Max oil when I do use this, just because each brand is kind of formulated to fit their engine and stuff like that. I mean, is it a bunch of jumbo? Probably, but you know what? Try to stick with what your owner manuals say. I mean, if you can't get to it and it's an extra $3, see, I'm going to go over that too real quick. But there's all kinds of different two-cycle oils you can get. You can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, a million of them. But um, the only difference between these oils now is either if it's full synthetic, um, or partial synthetic, or just no synthetic, just regular two-cycle oil. But this Shindaiw, this is the Shindaiw Red Armor. I love this stuff. This is the best stuff. I try to use this in the fall. Now I'm going against what I just told you with the Red Max, but in the fall I'm using this machine a lot, this blower. But I like to put synthetic in it just because I'm really working it. I mean, this blower's going 5-6 hours a day and some cleanups and stuff. I like to put the synthetic in. I do in the beginning of the season too. I try to use the synthetics just because you're just starting your season out. The stuff's been laying around for 5-6 months, and you know you want to work everything in. But that's when I use synthetic. Besides, really that. I mean, if you get a good deal on it, I mean, synthetic is better than non-synthetic. But it's not going to kill you. It's not going to really, wear down your engine any more than regular two-cycle will. But you know, it's definitely formulated better for today's two-cycle engines and all that stuff. So you know, it's definitely, I'm going to put that back here. Um, you know, but the thing about the Shindaiw Red Armor, it's the same price as Stihl's regular two-cycle oil. So to be honest with you, I bought a case of this stuff. Once this runs out, I'm probably not going to use it again. Now, you guys know I'm a big Stihl guy and all that, but it's not cheap, and there's a lot of alternatives to it. You know, like I just said, you kind of want to keep high Stihl equipment. You want to use the Stihl high performance, their 2 cycle. But you know, I have enough probably for this year and next year because I haven't really been using it too much. Um, but what I do and what you do. I don't want to tell you what I do because it's probably not the right way to do it. But um, you know, this is great regular 2 cycle. I mean, if you're gonna go with just regular 2 cycle oil, I mean, Redmax is a lot cheaper. And like I said, this was $5. So this does 5 gallons. This does 2.5. So I mean, if you equal it out, this right here was probably, I don't know, 350. So you're getting double. This was like 4.99. So I mean, it's you're getting a little bit more bang for your buck with the Redmax. And like I said, if you buy 2 of these, it's $10. You got 10 gallons. All right, you need 5 of these to equal. I mean, 4 of these to equal 10 gallons. So you're looking at 16 and 10. So when you buy just one, it's not that big a difference. But you we go through 5 gallons in a week, a lot of us. So I mean, it adds up over the whole season, and I really don't see a difference in these two, to be honest with you. But they're both good. Um, if you're gonna go with 2 cycle, regular, these are the two that I use. But I'm probably gonna start going away from the Stihl just for price um, purposes. And I've been running this Redmax oil uh, for a while. Like I said, I should have bought 10 of them. I think I only bought like 3. So this is my last one. So 15 gallons for $15, pretty much $1 a gallon. So I haven't noticed any difference in the performance. Um, but like I said, it's all preference pretty much. But now we're getting into like the cheaper grade stuff. Now I have this home light stuff I use for emergencies. Now this is not home light in here. This is old. This is probably 5 or 6 years old. What I use this for is when I use my Redmax oil. If I'm only putting a gallon in, let's see if I can get the light. This does the ratio for you right here. So I just open this cap and I fill it up to that line because everything's 50-1, 2.6 ounces. I dump the Redmax in there, and we're ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? And this Stihl, see this 2 cycle right here, this makes 2.5 gallons. I kind of always use a 1 gallon can just because I like having a 1 gallon can around. I mean, I should get a 2.5 gallon gas can, so I don't have to worry about measuring and all this stuff. But I don't know, I'm kind of just used to what I'm doing. So I got two with 2 1 gallon cans. I know it's a pain in the ass, but whatever. So anyway, yeah, I just filled this up 2.6, put my Stihl oil in there, my Redmax, fill it up to that line, dump it in, you're ready to rock. So, but this is the kind of stuff you kind of want to avoid. Like this home light, this is, it says works with all brands. Makes 6 gallons. This whole thing was, I think, like $8. I mean, you're gonna save a lot of money if you go to these Home Depot type brands. Um, but I mean, like I said, if you have to use it once or twice, or you have it in your truck as an emergency type of thing, it's fine. But I wouldn't recommend using this stuff regularly with Redmax and Stihl equipment and stuff like that. I just wouldn't do it. And Husqvarna, I'm not real happy with their oil either. Um, this is not too old. I want to think when I got this 5 gallon mix. I don't know. I got it maybe last year, but it's pretty full yet. But I don't recommend this oil. I noticed when I put this in, I actually put this in the 150 VT, which it's specifically made for, right here, and it just didn't run right, and it had this smell to it. I don't know if you guys know. I'm sure you guys know about that smell with the 2 cycle oil. My Redmax does it, but the Husqvarna, when I use this oil, man, was it stinking, and it just wasn't running right. So that's just my opinion. I mean, if some of you guys use Husqvarna and you like it, and the thing with this, it's the same price as the Redmax and the Stihl, pretty much. I want to say this 5 gallon mix was like $11. So this 5 gallon mix, the Redmax here was 10. Was 5. So double the price. So, like I said, this Redmax. I don't know if I'm very aggravated that I didn't buy more of these, but like I said, and I recommend going with. Don't buy these 1 gallon little bottles of this stuff because you're getting ripped off. Buying bulk. I recommend the 5 gallon. I mean, if you like Stihl, they make 5 gallon mix, 10 gallon mix. I think they have like a drum. I was in there, goddamn my dealer, and I saw a big drum. Like, what the hell's that? He goes, that's 2-cycle oil. Somebody bought it. They wanted it. And I think it was like a 50 gallon freaking tub of engine oil. But I don't know. I think that's what it was. I don't know if it was 50 or 60, but try to go with the 5 or 10 gallon mixes if you can. I mean, I usually kind of stick with 5, just 'cause I don't want a big thing running around. But 5 is good. This will last me a whole week. But that's about it. So stay away from like the Home Depot, the Home Light stuff, the Husqvarna. Husqvarna makes good stuff. I don't like I said, but I don't like their 2-cycle oil. That's just my opinion on it. But this is pretty much what you kind of want to stick with. Like I said, these are just regular 2-cycle oils right here. Then here's the synthetic. Now they make Redmax in a synthetic, and they make Stihl in a synthetic. Totally up to you. But I like the Shindaiw only because it's pretty much the same price as these two, and it's a synthetic. And I mean, my stuff runs nice and smooth with this stuff. So I'm probably gonna go full force with this next year. I kind of got into this a little bit later in the season already. My actual buddy uses it, and he told me about it. He's like, yeah, try this stuff. Pretty good, man. It's not bad, the price. So I tried it, and I love it. So once again, just try to use the synthetic stuff if you can in the early season and in the fall. I mean, if you're working these blowers real heavy, that's just my recommendation. I mean, you do what you want to do, but I use the synthetic in both these blowers in the fall, and I have a leaf vacuum. I pretty much October on, I just put everything away and I have this out. But this stuff is good too. So, any comments or questions? What oils you like or whatever, or any other questions I didn't make clear in this? Just comment below. And I will catch you on the next one. And good luck, guys. Later.